The Erebus Origin 38. It's everything you loved about the Origin 41, just a little bit smaller. Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch, and welcome today to my video on the third watch released by Erebus, the watch brand that I run with my good friend Stephen Parker, aka Mr. P. We launched our first model, the Origin, last October, and we got so many comments from people that they loved the look, they loved the price, but they didn't love the size, and could we please do something smaller? The answer is yes. We can do something smaller. Introducing the Origin 38. It's actually 38.5mm, but with a shorter lug-to-lug and a new custom designed bracelet to go with the smaller watch. I'll give you all the dimensions and so on in a couple of minutes. Two bits of good news though. The first being this is a drop. It's not a pre-order. You won't have to wait 3 months for your watch, more like 3 days. We ordered a batch of these Origin 38s earlier this year. They are currently in our Sydney warehouse and they are ready to ship. They're also now live for you to check out on the erebuswatches.com website. I will of course leave a link in the description of the video. You can head there, check out the pictures, check out the specs, and check out the 10 different color versions that are available, or at least will be available in 24 hours time at 0700 Sydney time tomorrow morning, Sunday the 28th of July. Because this is a drop and not a pre-order, there are limited numbers of each of the color versions available. Some of them we only have 50 units of each. That's why we're giving you all 24 hours notice to have a good look at the watch, to have a good look at the different colors. Peter Kotza has a video planned. It will be releasing within an hour of this video dropping, so be sure to check out what he has to say as well. And if you want one, be sure to set an alarm and be on the site in exactly 1 day from now. We offer DHL or Australia Post Express shipping depending on where you live. Stephen and I are actually going to be at Erebus HQ tomorrow morning bagging the orders as they come in. So I say it again, no 3, 4, 5, 6 or 12 month wait. In all probability, you will be wearing your Origin 38 by next weekend. The second bit of good news is the price. Despite the fact that it's a drop and not a pre-order, and despite the fact that we have actually made several material changes to the watch, including sapphire or stainless steel bezel inserts, and a bunch of vibrant new sunburst colours, we haven't increased the price. All Origin 38s are $299 US plus shipping, or if you are in Australia, it's a flat price of 449 Aussie dollars, including shipping. And it's the same fully spec tool diver as the 41, with quick release end links on the fly adjustable clasp, heaps of anti-reflective undercoating, ridiculous lube, and a 2-year warranty, all for less than 300 greenbacks, or the equivalent in your local currency. So as the Origin 38, it obviously takes its design cues from its bigger brother, but designing a second line of Origins allowed us to play around with some specs and crucially with colours. So not only are we offering these in the 3 core colours that were the big sellers last year, those being black, blue and white, we've now added a black dial with stainless steel bezel option. That bezel looks fantastic. So fantastic in fact that we now have 3 choices featuring it, including a sunburst silver and a hot pink. Pink was my choice and has become the poster boy of the 38 range as a consequence. Plus we're also offering 4 different Origin 38s with sapphire bezel inserts. These are teal, deep orange, green and purple. We had a lot of fun picking the colours. It's a fun watch, we wanted to do fun colours. But fun can still be serious, and all Origins 38 still have all of the characteristics that made the 41 such a popular watch. Full 316L stainless steel construction case and bracelet, 200 meters of water resistance from a screw down crown, 120 click unidirectional rotating dive time bezel with a fully graded bezel insert and a fantastic bezel action, quick release spring bars in the bracelet end links, and on the fly adjustable clasp with a centimeter of tool free adjustability, flat sapphire crystal with 6 layers of anti-reflective undercoating, and as much BGW9 lume as we could pack into the hands, the indices, and where appropriate, the bezel insert. Just like the Origin 41, the watch features the proven and reliable Seiko NH35 automatic movement with a 40-hour power reserve. All movements are checked at the factory to ensure they run within Seiko's tolerances and are adjusted where necessary. So that's the basics, let's get into the specifications. Let's do dimensions. As discussed, 38.5mm in diameter, 12.8mm thick with a super short 44.4mm lug to lug. Now, we kept the lug width the same at 20mm, but we didn't keep the same bracelets. This new bracelet has more of a taper on it. Custom designed for the 38, tapers from 20 to 16 and back up to 18 at the clasp. Weight as size for me is 148 grams, so it's still got a bit of a chunk to it despite being a sub 40. It is a tool diver after all. Flat sapphire, 200 meters of water resistance, NH35 as discussed. What else did we change from the Origin? Well, we dropped the index under the 6 to retain the same overall proportions of the dial. We added a chamfer to the bottom edge of the bracelet links for extra comfort. And of course, we added those new colours. Poster Boy Pink goes so well with the stainless steel bezel, but because of the shade we used, it still retains excellent legibility. The white markers and the big white fence post hands really do pop against the hot pink dial. And if you don't fancy pink, then what about purple? This time with colour matched, fully loomed sapphire bezel insert. We used a white date wheel here because it balances out the double index at 12 nicely. Now the orange we chose is kind of halfway between the Origin 41 orange and the Ascent orange. It also features a sapphire bezel insert and a sunburst dial. Fun watch, fun colours including teal, ever popular teal. We think this one really suits this small watch just as much as it suited the larger watch. Now we didn't do a green 41, so we wanted to address that by offering a green 38. Again, sunburst dial and sapphire bezel insert on this one as well. We also wanted to offer a silver on stainless version, so we did. We're really happy with the stainless steel bezel insert. We suspected it was going to suit the watch. We think it really does suit the watch. As a consequence, you may see this style of bezel on other variations of the Origin in the future. And then we returned to the three colours that were most popular back in October and since then. White with black ceramic bezel insert, again fully loomed. Now, it's not a polar white. There are silver hues to it, but it's still very much a white. That is all the more obvious when you actually compare it next to the new silver. Just like the 41, there are little touches of orange here and there to add a little something extra as well. Blue was the second most popular colour version of the Origin 41, and no wonder, it really does give the watch Tudor vibes, which is no bad thing considering the price we're asking. And of course, classic black with black bezel insert. This is the OG. This is the colour that the watch was designed around. Again, just a little bit of red on those markers to break up the look. I've no doubt that this one will be really popular with those who want a legible, versatile tool diver, but in a slightly smaller package than is offered by its big brother. Anything else? Well, the same offer applies with the strap packs. $35 US when purchased with a watch. For that, you get 3 branded Erebus straps, either in black or blue, a super soft silicone, a high quality FKM rubber, and a 2-piece nylon military style, all with fully brushed Erebus branded hardware. Plus, we have heaps of Erebus merch available. Tees like this one in black, white, purple, dark navy and orange, and caps either baseball style or trucker style flatties. And you don't pay any extra for postage when purchasing any of the accessories with a watch. Alright, moans and niggles. This is not a review. How can I possibly review my own watch brand? And yet, I'm still going to complain about it. Mildly. The Origin 38 is a smaller version of the Origin 41, designed for people who like smaller watches or who have smaller wrists. As such, on the bracelet, it's only going to fit up to about a 7.5-inch wrist. If you have much more than a 7.5-inch wrist, I would suggest you go for the Origin 41 instead. White is out of stock, but we have all of the other colours ready and available for immediate shipping. Or if you want one of the bigger Origin 41 bracelets, they also fit the 38. Just leave us a note with your order. It doesn't have the same taper though, but if you've got a bigger wrist, that's probably okay. Some people, I'm sure, will complain about our use of the Seiko NH35. It is ubiquitous in microland. but it's ubiquitous for a reason. It's super reliable, it has a negligible failure rate, and frankly, it's all the movement that anyone actually needs in their watch. Plus, it allows us to keep the price really low. And import taxes. Now, this is not something that we are personally responsible for. This is something that your individual governments are responsible for. If you're in the UK or certain parts of Europe, these watches will be subject to an import tax. If that's a concern, then be sure to check that out prior to purchase. And I have no doubt that some people will be upset about us doing a drop rather than a pre-order. We're trying to work out what our own best business model is. We don't just want to be a pre-order brand where everything takes months and months to deliver, but at the same time, we don't want to become a false scarcity brand with an empty website. We want to try and find a balance between the two. We want to alternate between pre-orders and drops over the course of a year. If these do all sell out in 10 minutes or something ridiculous, then we'll make a quick decision about ordering the most popular colours again to be in stock before Christmas. So there you have it. I hope you like what you saw, and I hope you like what you saw enough to pick one up tomorrow morning when they become available on the website. We are really happy with how these turned out. If we weren't, we wouldn't be offering them. It's as simple as that. We think they offer great value for money. We think they're really nicely made, and the design lends itself to some of those new vibrant colours perfectly. Don't forget to watch Peter Kotzer's review coming soon, and don't forget to set an alarm for 7 AM Sydney time tomorrow morning, Sunday the 28th of July. Stephen and I will be at Erebus HQ having breakfast, printing off orders and packing bags to ship watches the very next day. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. Why don't you check out the two previous Erebus releases, the Origin 41 and the Ascent. I'll see you again in the next one.